Hello everybody. So, I was doing some of my historical research because something I love is looking at today's dates in history of events that happened on this particular day, and I was actually noticing that today in the year 1183 BC, April 24th, is the day the Trojan horse was wheeled into the city of Troy, and the Greeks came out of the horse and they attacked the city, and the city of Troy was lost. For those who don't know this famous history, for 10 years, several cities in Greece had invaded Troy, and because the walls in Troy were so high and so thick, the Greeks couldn't get into Troy. So what they done is they constructed a huge horse, and they hid a bunch of soldiers in the horse, and they wheeled the horse up to the gates of Troy, and they lied and told the people of Troy they was surrendering and giving them the horse as a gift. The Trojans wheeled the horse into the city. They locked the gates behind them, and then in the middle of the night, the Greek soldiers climbed out of the horse, opened up the gates of Troy. The Greek soldiers went in. The city was destroyed and lost. Exactly what caused the war and everything is widely debated. According to legend, it was over the wife of one of the Greek kings, Menelaus. His wife Helen had been kidnapped by Paris, who was a prince in Troy, and he had took Helen back to Troy, and the Greek soldiers was there to rescue Helen. What's true, what did and didn't happen, not widely known. It's widely debated among historians, but the Trojan horse story actually has some good meaning to it when it comes down to the simple fact that we don't really learn a lot. The only thing we really learn from history is we really don't learn much from history in general, because the people of Troy, through blind trust, wheeled a horse into the city full of their enemies. They basically let a shiny gift, a twinkle in their eye, shiny gift, clout their judgment. They let the horse be wheeled in. They lost everything. How often do we do that today? We trust the wrong people. Or we have an enemy who constantly does stuff to us, constantly bites us and all that, and then we finally give in a little bit too quickly. And I'm not saying don't forgive people. I forgive everybody, no matter how badly people have done me. I try to forgive them and move on, but I'm only human. But somebody told me one time, forgiving someone doesn't mean you have to let them come back into your life and bite you over and over. A snake can only bite you. You can only let a snake bite you so many times before you need to learn your lesson. And that was the Trojans' fault. They knew about how the Greeks could be. They knew the warring. Many of the Greek city-states are famous for their warring tactics, yet they fell for a simple gift. They fell for a simple trick in the form of a pretty gift, wheeled in, lost everything. That's something we need to think today. Be careful who we trust. Be careful about letting our better judgment go just because we think we're getting a shiny, pretty new gift. Think about it. Use your judgment. God has a part of us in everybody. Use that part of God in you. Use that intellect God gave you. Think. It's just thoughts for the day, because sometimes we need to really think about history and whether or not we need to really learn from history. And this historic example was a fine example about don't let your guard down too fast. There could always be enemies out there among you. Keep your guard up. Love everybody, forgive everybody, but don't ever let your guard down.